I'm Lucian Avadani, and I'm International Development Manager at UCAS, a free website builder, which is the leading site creator in Eastern Europe. I started working in UCAS 2 years ago as a localization manager for Romania, and then I expanded my activities outside Romania, trying to supervise the development of the international localizations. The company was started in Ukraine in 2005 by two Ukrainian developers. It was funded by DST in 2010. We became, in 2007, we became profitable in 2010. And since then we have 1.2 million websites in the system. Our mission, let's say, it's to empower every internet user and give him the possibility to express himself online by creating a website, by giving him the tools to build an online presence. If it's a blog, if it's an online shop or forum, it doesn't matter. We give him the tools to succeed online. Currently, we have 16 language localizations, and we are pushing for our expansion in the emerging markets. Because ourselves, we are a company that succeeded in Eastern Europe in an emerging market, a large emerging market like Russia. We want to push our expansion in similar markets like Russia. What can I say more about ourselves? At the moment, we're 80 people. Our HQ is in Moscow, Russia. We just launched in Brazil as fresh news. We officially launched 6 months ago, but we're pushing forward in this market more intense, let's say. We're trying to understand, to figure out more about how we can respond to the needs of the people in this kind of markets, because every market is different, and Russia has certain particularities in Eastern Europe generally, and for example, South America, it's rather different than Eastern Europe. You asked me about what does it take for localization to succeed and when to localize. First of all, I think you have to focus on one market. This is the key point. As a startup, you need to focus on one market and try to become the leader there. If you don't focus on the market and become the market leader there, it's no point to spread yourself too much in localizing in multiple languages and not having a clear position, a secure position in one market. So this is the main advice that I would give for a startup that wants to grow. Just focus on one market and deliver an amazing experience to the users, respond to a very important need to the users, and from there, after that, you can build international localizations from that key localization. This happened for example, in our case, with Russian localization, we launched only in English only after 2 years, basically, after we launched Russian. So it took a little bit and then German, and then there was another year, and then another localization. So the core was always within the Russian-speaking market. So yeah. Yeah, so I think first of all, the founders of the startup need to understand their market clearly. So they have to ask many questions, and they have to A/B test all the time their product first of all, and see if they really get some traction. They have to do it in their core market's language. So if they don't speak their core market's language, they will not be able to easily expand afterwards internationally. So, for example, in the case of a startup coming from Czech Republic, of course the idea is to launch in Czech Republic, but of course, because the internet helps us launch instantly everywhere, they have to focus on a market that is really closer to their understanding. That's why I believe the Eastern Europe and Russian-speaking markets are more close to the Czech mentality and way of thinking. not the English as we might be fooled to think of, So this is first, they have to understand the market. If they want to learn, they launch in English, and I'm sure that most of the startups launch in English first because it's the most innovative and the most interesting market where everything happens. They have to travel a lot, I think. Also, they have to engage in discussions with peers with users potential users from abroad. They have to focus on community, on product, and product is basically the key thing that can help them to succeed in the end. There's a saying like, people will always remember how you made them feel. So if you give them a great product and a great experience, then for sure they will come back, and this is how actually the product will spread. And for UCAS, this is what happened. We responded to a need in the market. The market was pretty open, and we created the product, and it was exactly what they needed at the right time, and we just grew by word of mouth generally. Basically, the main mistake for a startup or a company usually that localizes is that their core, if they are, let's say they are successful in their core market, they will think that their products, it will be perceived in the same way as it is in their core market, right? So many companies are doing that, and that's why actually it's hard for them to succeed outside of their initial market. First of all, you need to understand that market, the other market, to just perform a small market research, engage with the communities there, travel a bit, and understand first of all that market if you have similarities. This is the main mistake. And executing like you executed in your core market, it will probably not help you either, because every market is unique. One example of international expansion which was not successful was Intuit. After they launched in the States, they became the market leader in their segment, and UK, and they assume that all the markets will be the same, like Japan, which is totally different. So they went and executed like that, and they failed because actually they built a product for Americans and tried to push it in the Japanese market. So it's, even us, we made some mistakes by that, and now we're correcting our product. We're correcting exactly how we should execute the strategy according to the required market. This is the core advice I would give. First, focus on the core market, and then if you want to localize, try to see if the market you are trying to localize to sees the product and can use the product like the users in your core market are using it. So, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, localization is more than translation. Is about delivering the same experience you're delivering to your core market. Like you need definitely to hire somebody first of all for support and PR in the market you want to expand to, because people need to communicate, users need to communicate, and I like this saying of Nelson Mandela. If you talk to somebody who understands your language, that goes to his head. If you talk to in his native language, that goes to his heart. And I think generally people really appreciate when you are delivering support in their native language. So. You have, I would not advise startups to localize immediately. I'm talking about companies. So if a startup evolves to a higher level, it becomes, let's say, a company with a significant user base, with revenues and so on. Let's say the company localizes somewhere, and definitely they have to start hiring people. So first they need support, and then PR. And then they need to create materials, manuals, and absolutely everything localized to their users from that country or who speak a certain language. Yeah, that's about here. Yeah. I think it's very important to develop as many partnerships as possible with strategic players and try to establish connections with key players that can complement your business in certain markets. For example, there are companies that partner with different companies. They have the same target user as a target, right? Customer. But they are not competitors, so basically they can cooperate together in that certain market, and they can launch there together. And let's say one is very established in the market, the one is entering, and the one who is very established can benefit from the user base of the other one. So you can be an exchange, know-how exchange. But again, it goes to the first question. You need to have a leadership position in your key market or a strong position, so you have something to exchange, with the potential partners. So partnerships are the most important, I think, in order to expand internationally after localizations. Also, you have to be flexible. I mean, you have a product, but maybe that product can be used somehow differently. For example, we're exploring opportunities to delivering our product to small and medium businesses around the world, like not only just to users, but partnering with companies around the world that want to, for example, help businesses get online, because there are some sort of projects in different markets. Our competitors are actually working on that, and we were also analyzing this possibility, so we want to execute as well. For example, targeting the small and medium businesses, try to get them online, because as we know, in many countries, the enterprises or all the small and medium businesses don't have a website, right? At least in Eastern Europe, I think more than 50% don't have websites, so it's a great opportunity. Even in the States right now, I think 30% they don't have a website, and more than 60% they're not mobile optimized. So it's a great opportunity with the technology. You always have something to do. You just cannot stop and say, okay, we're done, let's relax. You always have to look for other opportunities. Yeah. So, yeah. I cannot afford to give advice to somebody. Usually I started to think about the fact that everybody has his own path in life, his own experiences, his own karma, let's say, and I think everybody will understand better what they have to do and how to do it. Just try to start from a mission with a company. If a startup starts with a mission, not just to make the world a better place, because this is a general mantra that everybody in the Silicon Valley has adopted. It's not real. You have to be real original and try to look. I would advise founders to look inside of them and understand how they can really help other people around the world with their product. Can they make a difference with their product? Can they really improve the users, the people's life? If they really can answer to that in their mission, and also if they can explain their business to an old lady, then for sure that startup has it's on its way to something big. Otherwise, it's rather difficult, These are, I think, the basics. If you start from here, I think your path it's going to be not smooth, but it's going to be clear, let's say.
Okay,
Thank you. Thank you.